get ourselves streaming here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's telling us we're now live streaming, so I will leave that and close that tab down. Right. Hi, everyone. Sorry about the delay. Had a little issue with my Zoom. It was not going to let me connect. But we are here. We are live, and I'm bringing to you my awesome client, Valentina. Valentina is currently living in Sydney, but from Chile, and she's got quite a great story for all of you. I think a lot of people I speak to struggle with the things that she has struggled with in her journey. So I wanted to bring her story just to show you that show you possibility that you can get past some of these struggles if you're working with somebody in particular. But Valentina, hi, introduce yourself.
I'm Valentina. You said pretty much everything. Yeah, I'm from Chile, living in Sydney.
Yeah, beautiful. And okay, so talk to me about what you were really struggling with before we started working together.
So I was like struggling with emotional eating and like obsession with food, and like I couldn't like get out of that loop around like thinking about food or eating too much, overeating or not eating, or things like that. So a lot of my life I was thinking about food, what to eat, what not to eat, like when I'm going to eat, things like that.
Yeah, okay, yeah. And what would happen, when you were constantly thinking about food, and were you constantly eating then? Was that what was creating your weight gain?
Yes, and also I was like stopped doing things that I was like currently doing in my day. Like was doing an activity and it's like, no, I think it's time to eat, even if I was hungry or not. So like, sometimes I just stopped doing things because I wanted to eat.
And what was it that, what was it that had you wanting to eat all the time?
I guess like as an excuse to stop doing something maybe that I found like or boring or I couldn't do. Like it was easier to just go for eat something that I really like and instant reward.
Yeah, okay.
So, like keep doing something. Or
so it's a little bit like giving yourself a break from what you were doing. Is that right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, cool.
And with an instant reward.
And sorry, what was that?
With an instant reward.
Yeah. So what sort of foods were you turning to?
Yeah, like comfort food.
Comfort foods, yeah. And what would happen to you then when you ate the comfort foods?
Then I was feeling guilty and stuff like that.
Yeah. And did that have you beating yourself up and wanting to eat again for comfort?
Yes. And then I was in this loop of like, okay, I'm going to eat everything now, and then tomorrow I like do a detox or something like that.
Yeah.
So I was like in that game of like, okay, I eat everything now and tomorrow I don't eat, or things like not very healthy balance.
Yeah, so it was kind of that binge and restrict cycle, wasn't it? You'd restrict yourself, you'd binge, and then you'd go, right, tomorrow, nothing, perfect, right? And then and then you'd come back to it. Yeah, okay. So What were some of the big things that you wanted to achieve when you started working with me?
So at the beginning, I thought I just wanted like to lose weight, but obviously it was more than that. Like it's like shifting all the way that I was thinking about foods and like a healthy relationship with food and with my body.
Yeah, yeah.
So like,
is there anything that you had tried in the past to lose the weight and to stop this comfort eating and this binge restrict cycle? Had you tried anything in the past?
Like, yeah, I think I try like, yeah, like every sort of dieting and like keto and like detox and like juices and stuff like that.
Yeah. And why do you think they didn't work for you?
First, because it's like not, you cannot do that all your life. So if it's something that you cannot like stick with, it's not like possible. You are always going to go back to your old habits, because it's not like changing your beliefs around food. It's just changing a behavior in a short period of time to achieve like a goal, like a weight.
Yeah.
Losing weight, which is like, I don't know, like why you want to lose weight, you know? So I was like all the time in that, like I lost weight, but I was still feeling like bad about myself, or like, oh, I overeat this again, or things like that. So it was not like really in my mindset changing. Just the numbers in the scale.
Yeah. That's a common thing for a lot of people, thinking that the weight loss itself, hitting that number on the scale, is going to change everything in here, right? And it doesn't. You got to work on what's going on in here, and then that number on the scale will appear. Yeah.
And it's really frustrating to like try to work it like that, like for a number in the scale, because first it's going to take more time than you will like. You are not going to lose 5 kilos in 3 days.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, and I was doing the same, like, 3 days of detox or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like not possible, and it's not rewarding. Like, I mean, it's years to been doing like bad habits and stuff.
So. Yeah, you can't rewire or unwind decades of habits and mindset around food in just a few days, right? Or even in just a few weeks. Exactly. Even in a month, some people have some quite high expectations, and I know you had some high expectations of what, of how quickly it might shift for you. And given you're already pretty little, it's not like you have a lot of weight to lose. So talk to us about your struggles as you went through, and what happened when you stood on the scale and things weren't moving as fast as you wanted them to, as you thought they should.
Yeah. No, then I realized that like my journey was not about the number, because even if the number was like getting lower and I was losing weight, if my mindset was not like shifting, was not point. And then when I realized that my mindset around that was shifting, and I was looking myself like, stop eating because I was not hungry anymore, and that little things, daily life, like daily, I was like, okay, this is the real thing. Like,
beautiful. So talk to me about what the big things were that made the difference for you this time, and talk to us about the mindset journey for you.
Like, first, I was now questioning myself why I was eating. So I was hungry, or I was emotional eating, or like what I was doing, why why I was eating, and what I was eating. Like the way and like the behavior around that. And that's what it shifts now. Like, it's like, okay, I'm looking food as fuel and not like as a lifesaver of something that is going on in my life in this moment.
Yeah.
So I realized that I was putting myself always in this like victim situation, and food was here to save me for something that was happening in that moment.
Talk to us about your realization about how you realized that you'd been living sort of from a victim mindset, and how powerful that was to shift you and move you forward into feeling more powerful.
Like, I guess when you are in the victim situation, you are expecting that everything around do something for you. Like the world owes you something. So shifting that and take that power back, it means that you have the responsibility to do whatever you want in life, not just in food, like food speaking, but in everything. So realizing that is okay, I have more power than I thought. And it depends on me what I want to achieve or what I want to do.
That's awesome. And like, how do you feel about things now, like both in your body, how you speak to yourself, your confidence level, and how your determination for the future? How do you feel about everything now?
I feel that it's like a starting point to achieve a lot of things in life, not just like food, around food, but around goals in general, because like shifting my mindset makes me realize that I was pushing myself back in a lot of things that I was doing. So this is a starting point for great things in the future.
Yeah, I can tell. I'm so looking forward. You've got some great plans for the future. And also talk to me about how you feel in your body now. The goal that you wanted to achieve is, it's so close to you. It's so close now. But I remember you said you look at yourself in the mirror differently. You're feeling how you feel in your body. Talk to us about that, how that shifted for you.
Like now I feel great in my body. Like I feel good. And like I realized that I was like putting too much pressure in the number of the scale to look in the mirror and say, okay, the number in the scale is low, so my body is great. And now it's like the other way around. Like it doesn't matter. That's like just a number. But now I look in myself in the mirror and I'm like, yeah, I love what I see. Like, because it's like little things that I do daily that gives me my body, and I feel powerful.
Great. Okay, I love that. I love where you have where you've came from and where you're sitting now. It's really powerful. And I remember a couple of moments during the journey, you messaging me sort of between our sessions and going, help, I've got this situation and I'm freaking out and I need help. And talk to us about like what happened with one of those sessions. You can choose which. I remember there was the time when you had your flatmate had a birthday, and then one time when you went to the beach.
Yes. I remember. So it was the first, like my flatmate's birthday was like the first time that I was going to have external like food that I would like, because I was like pretty prepping my food, and we were in lockdown, so we are in lockdown, but I was not really like tempted with food.
Yeah.
It was like all things that I was cooking. So that was the first time that I was going to be exposed to food that I was not cooking, or I was not able to, like, it was just in the table.
Yep.
That was something that I was struggling before. Like if I have food in the table, I was eating everything because it was there available.
Yeah.
And so I was freaking out about that. Like, oh, I'm going to be able to like stop when I'm not hungry. Like if all this food is in the table. So yeah, it takes you in between that.
Yeah.
And
And how did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. How did you?
No,
How did you handle it in the end? How did you go?
Yeah, go good. Like I just realized that I had to believe in myself and in the journey, and yes, like I can do it. I can say, yeah, like I have to hear myself and my body, and like, yeah, it's now it's enough. I'm not hungry anymore. Like so, then I start realizing how many times in the past I've been like overeating just because it was food in the table or like social events or
Yeah.
things like that.
And you kind of prove to yourself that you can do it, right? You've now got this trust that you can be around food and you don't have to eat it all.
Exactly.
You can actually stop when you've had enough and you know, still work towards your journey, but you don't have to miss out either. You don't have to stand away from the table going, no, I shouldn't do that.
Exactly. Yeah, I was scared about that, like because in the past as well I did that. I was like in a diet, so I was avoiding social situations because I was going to be like exposed to food and things like that. So yeah, I think I missed a couple of events because of that reason in the past.
Oh, well, now you know you don't have to, right? Because now you trust that you can eat it if you're hungry and you can stop when you've had enough, right? Which is really powerful. Great. So tell me, what would you say? There's probably a lot of people, you know, potentially watching this who have struggled with emotional eating, struggled with just, you know, things like eating because it's there, thinking about food all the time. What would you say to them? What sort of advice would you give to them?
Like, I think first to be patient, because it's like it's going to take time to like shift your mindset, but it's possible.
Yeah.
And yeah, like trying to remember first like why you are doing the things that you are doing and trusting in yourself. And
beautiful.
Yeah.
And don't beat yourself up if you have a slip
Yeah,
up.
exactly. Yeah. Because I was struggling with that as well. Like always trying to be perfect doing this or doing that, and we are human beings, so we are not perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and the journey is like in everything in life. It's not going to be like going achieve. You are going to have like this like roller coaster things, and
yeah, exactly.
the thing is that like failing is quitting.
And failing is like it's okay, right? In order to get to success, sometimes you've got to fail several times, right?
Yeah, but the good thing is like you can go back in track and say like, yeah, it's going to be okay, and I'm a human being. I'm not have to be perfect.
Beautiful, great. Well, thank you for your chat today, Valentina. I know you've got you're going to smash so many goals in front of you. And I'm so proud of the shifts that you have made. So well done once again. And yeah, we'll leave it for there today, guys. I hope you got a lot out of that. And we'll catch you all again soon. Okay. Bye.
Bye.